Yeah, this is SKYWAY presentation and training for this evening. And this is this evening or the PM edition of weekend webinar. My name is Kike Johansson. I'm a manager in SKYWAY, a private investor, a SKYWAY shareholder, an online entrepreneur, African representative, and I'm originally a fashion designer. Before I proceed, I want to inform you about the compliance disclaimer. Well, it's important for you that we are into capital venture and it's always risky. So you hold yourself the responsibility of doing your due diligence to make sure that you know exactly what you are about to do. And we are not selling shares, neither am I talking as a professional stockbroker. But every information that I'm giving to you now is based on the information that the company shares with me and also the information available by the relevant authorities. So we're going to be using a couple of words that you'll be familiar with, or maybe you are not familiar with, like MLCI, that's multi-level crowd investing, which is what we are into, EIPS, educational information products, and PIPS, pre-IPO private equity shares, also IPO, which is known as initial public offering. These are the terms that we are going to be using, and you hold yourself the responsibility of investigating these and getting the right information. So we are partners with Mr. Andrei Kovatov. Mr. Kovatov is the founder of the SKYWAY Invest Group and is the author and creator of Academy of Private Investor. He's a business coach for financial and investment development personality. He's also a professional investor, a master of professional network marketing, a master of dream realization. Mr. Kovatov is the one that brought us together and gave us the opportunity to be part of SKYWAY Invest Group, which is an opportunity that was given to him or shared with him by one of his own students. Mr. Kovatov has been in his industry as an investor coach, and he has been educating people on the area of wealth creation. So one of his students introduced him to another gentleman after he has got the education from him. So Mr. Kovatov met with Dr. Anatoly Yuniski. They come together as partner. And who is Yuniski? Dr. Yuniski is the president of SKYWAY Group of Companies. These are two different companies and these are two different personalities. Dr. Yuniski is the author of more than 150 inventors, is the author of more than 20 monographs and more than 200 scientific works. Dr. Yuniski is the chairman and board of director and general designer of SKYWAY Technology Company, the project manager of 2 projects of the United Nations, is a member of Cosmopolitan Federation of the USSR. Dr. Yuniski has a number of awards to his credit. And Dr. Yuniski is the one who has the idea, the dream, the innovation of SKYWAY transport technology. Mr. Andrei Kovatov is the one who brought us into SKYWAY Invest Group. So these two people are main partners, and we turn out to be their partner based on this project that is on ground. For Dr. Yuniski, he has a number of awards to his credit. So he doesn't just wake up overnight and become what he is. So he has the honorary title of Knight of Arts and Science, 2 gold medals of All Russian Exhibition Center, 3 golden chariots in nomination project of the year of transport industry, 3 gold medals of Russian Mark of Quality, more than 40 awards of international exhibition. He has a lot of certification as well. And also by the time the project started, Dr. Yuniski has been able to register his project and got a lot of certification for this project. Dr. Yuniski has the administrative office of SKYWAY Technology Company in a place called Marina Groka in Belarus. There he has about 800 people working with him, engineers and designers, working with this project that we're going to talk about. They have the administrative office, this 4-story building, and they also have the production facility of the company. What are they doing? What is the project that SKYWAY is doing? SKYWAY is into manufacturing of a special kind of innovative transport technology. And this transport technology has got different models of vehicles that is working along with the infrastructure that is being built. One of them is called Unibike. This is what Unibike looks like, and it comes in 6 different models. It's single, double, 3, 4, and 5-seater Unibike. So this can be used for commercial and also private vehicles. This kind of transport technology is actually operating at the 2nd level. What does that mean? About 10 meters above human head, and it's being supported by a special kind of string that we're going to see more clearly. In this kind of urban skyway, this is another model. This one can take the short distance, maybe within the city, and it takes about 150 kilometers per hour in performance. Then it has the commercial capacity of carrying 50,000 passengers per hour. So this kind of transportation is able to solve the problem of transportation in the busy cities around the world. And we also have the high-speed skyway. This is an intercity passenger transportation. It's got about 500 kilometer performance and also has the capacity of carrying 500,000 people per day. The high speed was recently exhibited at the InnoTrans 2018, and it attracted a lot of attention. So it's just one of many models of skyway transport vehicle. Skyway also have the capacity of moving not only human being, but also they have the cargo one that move goods from one location to the other. And that has got the capacity of 150 kilometers per hour. The cargo is designed to carry 200 million tons per year or more. Also, Skyway has got the Uniwind, is another lightweight 2-passenger string transport system on the rolling stock. This is a new innovation. It is yet to be tested. And also they have the Unimobile. The Unimobile is a special vehicle that has been recently designed by Dr. Uniski to support the disabled people to move them around. This vehicle was displayed at an exhibition in Moscow recently. So these are the designs of the vehicles that comes with the Skyway transport technology. And this has the certification and developed into a big project. So how do we get to this point? The Skyway transport technology was actually divided into 15 stages, representing the volume of money that is needed to complete each one at every stage. At the moment, the project is at stage 12 of 15 stages. The entire project started in 1978 when Dr. Uniski conceived this idea and presented it to the world. So he got the support of United Nations in terms of grants. And in 2014, when he came in contact with Mr. Andrei Kovatov, the CEO of Academy of Private Investors, they come together and they started using what we call the crowdfunding, which made the project to take off in 2014. So from 2014 to this point, the project has experienced different levels of development. And at this point of it, it is at the technology adoption stage. The technology is being adopted by several countries. And that means the technology is experiencing what we call improvement and success. At this point, more than 12 countries are already interested, and they already signed MOU with these countries, meaning this project has been adopted by those countries. And recently, some of these countries have even started the construction. For example, in Indonesia, it has been adopted. In Australia, construction has started. in Russia, Ukraine, India, Belarus, and Ireland. United Arab Emirates is also taking a very big role, and the project in United Arab Emirates has also started, which we hope that before the middle of 2019, the first phase of the project will be seen and completed in United Arab Emirates. So SKYWAY project has been enjoying the support of well-meaning individuals around the world before it comes to the level of, people like you and I. So these are the big partners who have invested in SKYWAY before we joined them. And it means that this means of transportation is enjoying big credibility already from well-meaning personalities. Now what SKYWAY is doing that gives me and you the opportunity to be part of it is called crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is the opportunity for individuals to get a portion or a fraction of a company by just putting in their own money and getting in exchange for their money the shares of that company. So at this point, the pre-equity shares of SKYWAY is available because the EIPS, that is the Educational Investment Package, is available in, as package. And when you get the Educational Investment Package of Mr. Andrei Kovatov, you also get, along with it, the pre-equity shares of SKYWAY Transport Technology, which is giving Dr. Uniski the opportunity to build this project. So what SKYWAY is doing in essence is, SKYWAY Invest Group is the group that is raising funds for this SKYWAY technology. And this crowdfunding system is not the first of its type that is being done in the world. So if you are part of it, you just stand to make a lot of things change in your life. Then you have the opportunity of growing an income. You have an opportunity of buying the pre-equity shares of this company and acquiring financial education. You will make percentage, and you will also become one of the co-owners of this big corporation in the future. So SKYWAY has been seen in public places at exhibitions showing off the product, because at this point, about 6 or 7 of the vehicles that I show you above has received certification, and it has been seen in public places. For example, in the Future City exhibition in Dubai in April, it was also at the Expo in Singapore. It was also exhibiting in Moscow about 2 months ago. And I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was also exhibiting at the InnoTrans 2018, which is the biggest rail transportation exhibition in the world, which we were also part of in recent times. So SKYWAY is known to the world, and it's a project that we are all proud to be part of. Like I told you, when you sign up with SKYWAY Invest Group, the first thing you're getting is educational investment packages. What does this mean? It means that you are getting financial education from Mr. Andrei Kovatov, the CEO of Academy of Private Investor. This education is online, and you also have the ones that are offline. This education will be able to help you with any kind of business you want to do. And in addition to that, you also get the pre-equity shares of SKYWAY Transport Technology. And this is what the educational information packages looks like. The currency of the website is in dollars, but you will always see units, because unit is what is referred to, so that when you see unit, it represents dollar officially. So these are the kind of prices we have for stage 12. I said stage 12 because at every stage, the prices differ. The closer we are to the end of the project, the lesser the volume of shares that is given to a particular amount of money. So for example, if you are buying EPI Constance P1, that is if you are getting this package of 1,000 units, which is $1,000, you will get 45,000 equity shares. And this is the price for stage 12. In stage 10, the same 1,000 units will give you about 85,000 equity shares. That means if you get to stage 13, the volume that you are going to get at this point, if you pay 1,000, is obviously going to be lesser, maybe 25,000 or 20,000, depending on what the valuators will have arrived at that point in time. So this is what the investment packages looks like. And for example, if you want to jumpstart your position, because we have career here, you can also get the one for $4,000. $4,000 here, I mean, 4,000 units here means $4,000. So with $4,000, you will get 240,000 equity shares. And by the time this is going to the IPO, it will get to the stock market at $1 per equity share for SKYWAY. So it means your 4,000 units, which is $4,000, is capable of giving you $240,000 in about 2 years or more, depending on when the project is completed. But at this moment, the project is already on stage 12 or 15 stages. So obviously, the project is close to completion. And this is just about the United Arab Emirates information that I was trying to share with you. The United Arab Emirates government has given Dr. Yuniski 750 million worth of land, that is about 50 hectares of land, to construct another eco-technopark. I'll tell you what eco-technopark is later. That is a place where this is now building to put and start the construction of SKYWAY technologies. So this project, I told you, is going to get at least the first phase ready by the middle of next year. And also the SKYWAY cryptocurrency will soon be available. Dr. Yuniski told us at EcoFest 2018 that it's going to be available to the first set of investors in 2014 and 2015. Then thereafter, the other group of investors will also have access to this token. That means the cryptocurrency of SKYWAY technology will soon be available to everyone in the nearest future. So we'll get to know much more about that when the time comes. Now, the investment packages is available in two ways. One, you can make a one-off payment from the packages I have shown you here. If you choose $1,000, you can pay your $1,000 and you get 45,000 equity shares. If you decide to make installment payment, for example, if you want to do $1,000 and you don't have 1,000 to pay at a go, then SKYWAY has given you the opportunity to make installment payments. So you can make 10 installment payments, meaning your $1,000 can be paid in 10 times. Either, maximum of 10 months or 10 different times. The 10 times can be within 1 week, depending on you. And what you get is a little lesser. For example, the $1,000, which we ordinarily give you 45,000 equity shares, if you pay one time, we give you 40,000 pre-equity shares if you make 10 installments. And that's the example you have here. So we have about 10 different packages for this installment payment. So there's no reason for anybody to say they cannot be part of this, because then there's opportunity for everyone. Even if you don't have so much money, you can still be part of this project by making installment payment. So if you make installment payment, you stand a very good chance. And I just explained here, at IPO, SKYWAY will be declared at $1 per share. So if you invest $1,000 to get a package, then you'll be receiving 45,000 pre-equity shares, which means $45,000 by the time this is going to IPO. The IPO could be about 2 years or more from now, but the bottom line is it will get to stage 15 before we go to IPO, and that will make it to be available at the stock market. So the growth of the company now is about 3.3% compared to what it is from 2014. So if it is evaluated according to the auditing firms that did the evaluation, it has been declared that SKYWAY is already in profit to some extent. So on daily basis, 3.3 to 3.5% is what the growth of the company is at the moment. And you will have the opportunity to enjoy this in future. So there are quite a number of potentials in this company. At this stage, the science and high-tech part of it is where we are now, and also the startup venture. Then there's going to be the manufacturing market. All the vehicles of SKYWAY are being manufactured by the company itself. And the real estate part of it is also on its way. We're going to have the forex and the stock market. The insurance market is also very important for any transport corporation, which is also a big market for the investors. The banking sector is also waiting. So these are the potentials that SKYWAY Transport Technology has got. And this development has started since 2014. And we're trusting that by 2030, the company will have achieved all these listed goals. But at this point in time, we are at this level, the manufacturing market, and the real estate is about to start now. So a lot of in the company, and this is also aiding the development. So for SKYWAY, you have the potential of being part of the activities, and reports are being given at different occasions. For example, in Eventi 2018, which was held in August alongside with EcoFest 2018, we have the leaders of the company, and the report was given to us how the company has grown, the development, and all the people that were part of the activities. I was also part of that activity, and I was representing my community at that event. So it was a very glorious event, and that makes me an eyewitness to this project. So I can tell you categorically that SKYWAY Transport Technology is real. I have tested it. It has been proven. I've seen it with my own eyes. I was at Belarus alongside with over 5,000 people. This is the Eco Technopark, the test ground for this project. And that is where Dr. Uniski and his co-workers are. And every year, investors are invited to this location to see what Dr. Uniski is doing with their money. And it is really, really impressive. Also, people can also visit Eco Technopark. In recent time, I got an announcement that groups can also come together to visit Eco Technopark. So you can see for yourself what this laudable project is and how it's being maintained. So there are several ways of making income in SKYWAY. I've not mentioned them here, but these are things that we could also look at. Let me see, I don't have that particular one on this, but there are a couple of ways that you can make money here. If you want to be an investor, it's okay to just invest in SKYWAY Transport Technology, get your pre-equity shares, you will get your electronic share certificate, and you can also have the hard copy. Your hard copy of the share certificate can be posted home to you, or you can just keep the electronic one. That is just being a shareholder. When you have your share certificate, you wait until the project gets to IPO, then you can decide what you want to do. You can decide to sell it back to the company. You can decide to wait and list it on the stock market and sell it at that time, or leave it and get lifetime dividends, which your children's children can also benefit. That is just being an investor in SKYWAY. So to be an investor in SKYWAY is something that is easy and simple. All you just need to do is get the contact of the person who introduced the business to you, complete your registration, sign up, make sure you have all the details, present your documents, then set up your account, decide how much money you want to invest, choose your package, and when you choose your package and make your payment, ensure that there's conversion available to you, then you get your share certificate and wait until that time. But the other side is the business part of it. The business part of it is for networkers and those who are willing to make extra income. Those who are willing to make extra income in SKYWAY Invest Group, you are welcome to be part of this. And you also have the opportunity of learning and getting professional training to be able to succeed and grow a massive team that will give you good income in SKYWAY Invest Group. What Mr. Kovatov is teaching is financial education. And this he has done for more than 30 years. So you get this professional training if you actually want to become a networker, if you are good in networking or you want to improve on it, then you have to come to this and get much more information. So that is all I have to say about SKYWAY Invest Group for today. In the morning, we have more comprehensive presentation. But this evening, we just plan to have the question and answer time. But since there are no questions earlier, so I have about 10 minutes to just take 1 or 2 questions. If there are questions, then we'll take it. Then we can take more presentations later. Thank you for listening. This is the end of the presentation. I hope everyone hears me good. Do I have any question? Is anybody having any question? I want to believe that the audio was good and it was clear enough. I'm waiting. Okay, if there are no questions.
And what he understood 30 years ago is that if he's not going to build the SKYWAY technology, then the biggest dream won't become real. But the most important decision in his life was to create this SKYWAY. Because what he understood when he was in school, when he was a little boy, that we are overcrowding the planet with different technologies. And this route hasn't been chosen by us, but the centuries behind. Like thousands of years behind or million years before. When let's say, when in old times people were in caves and were doing burning the lights and animals, that was the first technology. And for 20 years they were dying from the cancer. Because in a cave there was a smoke. And they began to live long life when they went out from the cave and started living the life outside it. So we've begun to develop a technology developing in all this industry. What happened in the cave, now it's happening with the technologies, the smog we are breathing outside now. And currently in the air there are millions of planes. And also there is burning this, the smog and everything in the air. Rockets, the ships, the spaceships and everything like that. Not all, but you can continue the list of these technologies that are everywhere. So the planet is like a room, one room where we are under the sky. It's like our home.
Если взять Соединенные Штаты Америки, то они сжигают кислорода на территории больше, чем вырабатывают зеленое растение, чем растущее на территории США.
Wow. Very technical. So in America currently they're burning the emissions and everything more than the planet can give the oxygen.
Американцы воруют в России, такая вырабатывают. И в Бразилии, где там откуда воруют кислород?
And where we are getting the oxygen right now is from from Russia or from Brazil, where you have a big jungle.
Я понял, что в этом было, что цивилизация была тоже, что было с мировой людьми.
And we understood that everything that is happening today with our population will happen the same what happened many years ago with the the cave people. And industry will kill all the population. So basically the new generation that is coming, if you're not going to teach them how to save the planet, the new generation will kill the planet. So he says the same as cave people took out their houses from the caves, we have to take the technology out in space. And it will help us to survive and to live happily ever. So the SKYWAY is the way how he can do this, how he can take the technologies and all the harmful things that industrial harmful things we have on the planet. It's not a rocket. And so far only Mr. Unix is understanding this. So this is what's happening, no one else understands it. There is some special game with the frogs. You take two boil bowls, and one bowl is with the hot water, and one bowl with the cold water. And you put this the balls on the fire. And then you take the frogs, and the frogs are jumping in the water, one in the hot, one in the cold. And how do you think which frog will survive? So he was asking me, она вылезет, да. Поняла. Она будет
некомфортно. Огонь догорит. Потом начувствуешь, что-то горячо. Она подкинулась. Более пожарное место. Сидит там, опять горячо. Я подумаю дальше. Пока не сварит.
Okay, so he was asking me the question like, how do I think which frog will survive? The one who jumped in the cold or the hot water?
The cold.
No. I will explain. Now, only the frog that jumped in the hot water will survive because she will jump out straight away. She will survive. But the frog that was in the cold water, it started becoming burning. So she's going to move one side, another side, and the third side until she's going to die. That's the civilization today in what we are living. So he says, to build a station, and if it says that you can't build here, he's like, okay, fine, we're going to move somewhere else. So he says, and then there is something else that you want to build, not the SKYWAY, the industrial building. So you can say, no, you can't do this, I will do that, and you are moving all the time around. And he's saying, like, if you want to add something else, if the room is one, you are still on the same planet, no matter where you can build it. No, yeah, he's saying, like, in even the countries, if you can't build somewhere, somewhere else. And it's the same as a frog, you know, the frog that doesn't understand what the process is happening. She just sees locally. Because because I want you to see the expression. Look on the other side. Let him come to the side. Here? Oh, okay. I can see that he's missing out the stage. Good.
Более того, сейчас теперь есть такая
He says it's the same as like a flower when you're trying to put a flower in a pot. You put like a flower in it with a seed, you put it and you know you try to grow something. But he says if you don't pour the water in that flower, the flower is not grow. Then civilization is dying. It's like you know the hole in the whole system that people.
Yeah, that is Dr. Anatoly Yuniesky, the inventor of SKYWAY transport technology. He has worked with this since 1978, and this is InnoTrans 2018. Is exhibiting one of the major projects, the vehicle of SKYWAY, that is the high-speed aerodynamic drag of SKYWAY. At this exhibition, it got a lot of attention, and it was obvious that this is actually the transportation for the next century. So you know the way he's thinking and the way he's reasoning. If you listen to his analogies, you will understand where he's coming from. And you can tell that Dr. Yuniesky is just a gift to our generation. So thank you everybody for listening. And next week is another time. So Saturday next week, we have the AM edition and the PM edition. The AM edition is going to be presentation straight. We're going to take the presentation in full. And the PM edition, we're just going to address the questions and we do some training. So that is going to be the format. But today, we don't have questions. And two, the presentation in the morning was not really clear enough. So that's why I just take a brief one this evening. So see you next week. I hope you all enjoy our week. Thank you for being part of this week's edition. And you are going to get the recorded version. I'm going to post it in the group later. I didn't post the one in the morning because there was no need posting it. It was not good. I mean, the audio was very, very poor. It was cracky, I don't know what. But this one, you will have it and you can then listen to it again or share it with a friend if you want. So you have a wonderful week. And see you again next week. Thank you. And bye for now. Richard, thank you. Bye.